Juanclaireaviana Papazian and Juan Lasso present to you Mercury.
At 36 million miles, Mercury is the closest planet to the Sun. The planet has no known moons. Mercury has no atmosphere. And it's a naked-eye planet, visible on Earth during the twilight hours.
The name Mercury has an interesting background. The planet is named after the Roman god Mercury, messenger to the gods.
Mercury is the innermost planet of our solar system. It is also the smallest, and its orbit is the least perfectly circular of the 8 planets. Mercury orbits the Sun once in about 88 Earth days. It completes 3 rotations about its axis for every 2 orbits. Mercury's axis has the smallest tilt of any of the solar system's planets. The seasons in Mercury are caused by the variation of its distance from the Sun. The season does not differ between its 2 hemispheres.
Mercury's surface is heavily cratered and similar in appearance to the Earth's moon. The weather in Mercury is very interesting due to its near lack of an atmosphere to retain heat. Mercury's surface experiences a great change in temperature, ranging from a very cold 100 degrees Fahrenheit at night to a very hot 700 degrees Fahrenheit during the day. Mercury's surface is more heterogeneous than either Mars or the Moon.
Mercury's surface is very similar in appearance to the Moon, showing heavy cratering. Mercury has dorsa, moon-like highlands, mountains, plains, and a valley.
Mercury consists of approximately 70% metallic and 30% silicate material. Mercury's density is the second highest in the solar system at 5.427 G/cm3. Be used to infer details of its inner structure. Its core must be large and rich in iron. The internal structure of Mercury has a crust, a mantle, and a core. Mercury's crust is 100 to 300 kilometers thick, its mantle is 600 kilometers thick, and its core is 1,800 kilometers radius.
Although the daylight temperature at the surface of Mercury is generally extremely high, observations strongly suggest that frozen water exists on Mercury. The floors of deep craters at the poles are never exposed to direct sunlight, and temperatures there remain below 102 K. On November 29, 2012, NASA confirmed that images from the space probe Mercury had detected that craters on the North Pole had frozen water. Mercury is too small and hot for its gravity to retain any significant atmosphere over long periods of time. Mercury has an exosphere that contains hydrogen, helium, oxygen, sodium, calcium, potassium, and others.
Mercury has the most eccentric orbit of all the planets. It takes 87.969 Earth days to complete one orbit. Mercury's axial tilt is almost 0.
Because Mercury's orbit lies within Earth's orbit, it can appear in Earth's sky as either a morning star or an evening star.
Like the Moon and Venus, Mercury exhibits phases as seen from the Earth. Mercury is technically brightest as seen from the Earth when it is at the full phase.
Despite its small size and slow 59-day-long rotation, Mercury has a significant and apparently global magnetic field. It is likely that this magnetic field is similar to the magnetic field of Earth. Mercury's magnetic field is strong enough to deflect the solar winds around the planet. Let's hear what the experts have to say about Mercury's gravitational pull.
Gravity depends upon the mass of the object, on the mass. So the larger the mass, the more the gravity. So on Mercury, the gravity is less on there.
Since the planet's gravity is so weak, if you weighed 150 pounds on Earth, you'd only weigh 57 pounds on Mercury.
We hope you have enjoyed this presentation about Mercury.